In the news, the 10th anniversary of Watergate. It was a case of breaking and entering, a case of political spying, and trying to cover it up wrecked the career of President Richard Nixon. We'll be back with Watergate in the news. And now, Watergate in the news. It started 10 years ago next Thursday. Before dawn on June 17, 1972, 5 men were caught breaking into Democratic National Headquarters in Watergate, a complex of buildings along the Potomac River in Washington, D.C. Watergate became a label for all that followed. The burglars turned out to be political spies hired in the Republican campaign to re-elect President Richard Nixon. Investigations were pressed by a federal judge, by 2 reporters for the Washington Post, and eventually by a special Senate committee. The most startling Watergate revelation came long after Mr. Nixon was re-elected, when a Senate investigator happened to ask a former White House aide if conversations in the president's Oval Office were ever recorded. They were, and although Mr. Nixon tried to keep them secret, those tape recordings showed he had been involved in attempts to cover up White House connections with the Watergate burglars. Many high officials went to prison for Watergate-related crimes. Most served short terms. All are now free, and several have become wealthy, often by writing and speaking about their ordeals. Mr. Nixon was forced to resign his presidency in midterm in disgrace. Later, Mr. Nixon said he had let down the country. Today, Mr. Nixon says he's not looking back. I'm Christopher Glenn with the 10th anniversary of the Watergate break-in in the news.